What's up, guys? For today's tier list, we are going to be looking at some of the best Smash Bros. Players of all time. We're looking at the best Smash Bros. Melee and Ultimate players in the world, but what makes this tier list so unique is we aren't ranking them based on their skills. We are ranking these players based on how good their YouTube content is. I also want to say that I'm leaving off all the Melee and Ultimate channels that aren't former or current top pro players. So channels like GR Smash and Little Z won't be on here because I'm only looking at the best pro players. So I also want to go over the criteria for making this list. Every player on here has been at least top 15 at one point in their career. I know Larry Lurr currently isn't top 15 in Ultimate, but he was top 10 in Smash 4, so I wanted to include him on this one. I also want to say that I'm going to be ranking them based on many different things, such as how entertaining they are, how entertaining their content is, do they have a lot of variety, or do they only appeal to a very specific audience. So there's going to be multiple different factors that go into this. Just realize that all of these players make very good content, so the lowest tier is still A tier. Even if I put a player in A tier, that doesn't mean that they're bad. Just because I put them last doesn't mean their content is bad at all. I may give some constructive criticism, but I'm not going to be hating on any of these players because honestly I really like all of these people. So I just wanted to stress that so people don't think I'm hating on someone just because their content is lower on the list. All of these players make great content, and this is just my opinion, so don't take it too seriously. I want most of my tier list to be fun and positive, so I hope you all enjoy this. I also wanted to say that for some tier lists, I'll start at the bottom, some at the top, but for this one, I'm going to be ranking them based on groups. I'm going to be ranking the Melee YouTube channels first, then the Ultimate channels, then the people that do both. My Melee volleyball tier list is by far my most popular video, so I'm guessing most of my current viewers prefer Melee over Ultimate. So since I want to incorporate both Melee and Ultimate in my videos, I thought it would make sense to do them in groups. So if you only care about Melee rankings, start from the beginning. If you only want to see the Ultimate rankings, start at the Ultimate tab. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so first we got IBDW. And IBDW has an extremely fun Fox to watch, so I want to make that clear. He is a great player, but the biggest reason I have him here is he mainly just uploads videos of his stream where he plays against other top players. It's entertaining to see top level players play, but I feel like he could use more original video ideas and something that makes his channel stand out more. I just feel like he could do something a bit more creative. He does have some very helpful tips with mentality and other things that will help you improve as a player. He has potential to be higher for sure. I just think he needs a bit more creative and original videos and he'll be fine. Alright, next I'm going to go with Ginger. And I think he makes really good tutorials on how to improve as Falco and as a player in general. He also does post some analysis stuff and videos of him playing against other top players. He seems to me like he would be a very good coach. I have him at this spot mainly because his content has a very specific audience and his content lacks variety. If he simply would add in some videos that are fun and entertaining while continuing to do the analysis and tutorial videos, he would be higher. I have him above IBDW because he has some extremely good videos for Falco, whereas IBDW doesn't have any Fox tutorials. Alright, next we're going to go with Wizrobe. And Wizrobe has some decent variety. He is one of the only top Melee players that plays and uploads Smash 64. So that's pretty cool. He does have some other content varieties such as reactions and original tier lists, like the tier list he made of his favorite video games. I like that tier list a lot and I think he should do more videos like that. He would probably be higher on this list if he was just a little bit more energetic. Alright, next we're going to go with Axe. And I wish I could put Axe higher. I'm not gonna lie. All three players before Axe legit may have better overall content than Axe. However, Axe is the nicest person in the entire Smash Bros. Community, so I gotta give him this spot. I would honestly feel bad if I put Axe last because he really does have a great personality, so I gotta factor that into my placement some. The Mango Axe Wednesdays are pretty entertaining, but other than that, he doesn't do too many original videos. I do think he needs some more creative and fun videos for his channel, but his personality is so good, I gotta put him here. He has potential to be way damn higher on this list, honestly. There is something really likable about Axe. He just gives off really good vibes, to be honest, so I'll just put him here for now. Next, we are gonna go with S2J. And if we did this a month ago, S2J would be A tier, but lately he's been definitely trending in the right direction. If we looked at his longevity, he's not there, but lately he has been doing really well. S2J used to have very little variety and did not upload very often, but lately he has been on point. Maybe some people aren't big on tier lists, but I love original tier lists personally, and Johnny made a fast food tier list this month, which I thought was pretty entertaining. He made a best fighting games tier list, which I liked as well. Even though neither of these have anything to do with Smash, I still found both really entertaining. I think if he keeps doing stuff like this, he definitely deserves to be S tier. He can be a bit quiet at times, but I think he can be really funny when he shit talks people, honestly. Alright, next we're gonna go with PPMD. We're gonna go with the doc next. The doctor himself. Alright, you know how I said content variety matters? I still think that, but you can still be ranked high on this list with very little variety if you make up for it with something else that's special. And PP does have very little content variety, but what makes him so special is his top tier coaching skills. I'm not just talking about melee tips either. Yeah, he gives amazing melee coaching and constantly answers his subs questions, but this dude legit gives life advice. He talks about meditation, how to deal with depression and anxiety, how to deal with getting frustrated. He talks about deep stuff. He is like a wise old man in a young man's body. If I were to have a beer with one person on this list and really have a deep talk with, PP would be near the top for sure. I genuinely think this guy could be a life coach, and he could be the type of dude that would end up on a TED Talk, honestly. He also is extremely responsive to comments. He has responded to multiple comments of mine, so maybe I'm a bit biased, but he's clearly a very nice person, so I'm giving him extra points for that too. Alright, next we're going to go with None, and this will be the first SS tier on this list. Before I say anything else about None, I just want to say that every player in SS is as entertaining as they are talented. They are all ridiculously skilled players, but they are just as talented content creators as they are competitors, which is pretty amazing. Alright, so the interesting thing about None is he has very little variety. He pretty much only makes highlights of his matches on unranked Slippy, so little variety. So you may be wondering, why is he so high if he does not have a lot of variety? Although I have said variety can help your ranking, when you have a creativity like None, you could be this high on the list with little variety. This guy has such a great personality. He is really funny and has a dry sense of humor. Every stream he is really sarcastic and almost never breaks character. His signature 2-camera setup where he will randomly look into the camera is great. The Bond character he created is really entertaining. He made up his own phrase, "You got bonded." This guy's just really entertaining and creative. He even made up another character he called WizzyFan109 where he wears fake glasses and poked out one of his lenses. He even talked in a high-pitched voice the entire time. He streamed as WizzyFan109, so that was pretty top tier content right there. That was pretty damn funny, I thought. None legit has one of the best personalities of any top player, and when you combine that with his creativity, it's clear that he should be an SS to me. Alright, next we are going with the current king right now, Zain. Current king of Melee. No disrespect, Mango. Mango's up there too, but Zain fresh off another tournament. We're going with Zain next, and the biggest reason I have Zain this high is his skits. Zain is the only person on this list that makes skits, and they are honestly really well done and funny. You can tell there's a lot of time and effort that goes into his skits, and honestly Zain is naturally funny and a good actor. He also has made some interesting analysis videos he calls Inside Zain's Brain. I think it's interesting hearing his thoughts and seeing how he sees the game. Zain is one of those dudes where he can be goofy, he could shit talk people, but when he's serious and he's giving advice, you should probably listen, because what this dude says is always, really, really meaningful stuff. The skits are so creative and original that I had to put him this high on the list. If he starts making more tier lists, because he just made one recently, if he starts making more tier lists and does, some more variety and all that, he could be even higher, for sure. He could be potentially higher. Next, we are going with the kid himself. All right, we're going with Mango, and I really feel like if Mango wasn't one of the best Melee players ever, he still would have made it as big as a YouTuber or streamer. Even without being, a top player, he could have made it. He's that entertaining. This guy was just meant to have the camera on him, and he's just naturally very funny. He doesn't make many tier lists, but he does do other content other than Melee highlights. He plays other games like Mario Kart, Mario Party, and I really like watching both of those games, so I think that's really entertaining. He plays Valorant quite a bit too, and I'm not a big fan of Valorant, but he still makes it entertaining. He's just an entertaining guy, and due to him just being that entertaining, I can watch a game I don't even care about. He's that good. He does not have a ton of original and creative content like some other players, but he does have, a variety of video games he plays, and his personality simply makes up for the lack of tier lists and other, creative stuff. Honestly, Mango is a really good storyteller, and I could listen to him tell stories of getting drunk with Alex and S2J and Lucky all day. Alright, now we are going to rank the ultimate players. Alright, I'm going to go with Tweak next, and let's see, where should I put Tweak? Probably put him about here. Tweak is really, really amazing at the game, and that's the biggest reason that I have him here. He actually is really fun to watch gameplay wise, but he lacks energy, he lacks creative content. He mainly does montages of his characters, and he does do matchup charts for his characters as well. He does usually upload tier lists every patch or so, but other than that, the only other thing he does is Tweak Talks. Now, he has an amazing understanding for the game, and I like hearing his thoughts, but personally, I'm not a big fan of how the Tweak Talks are around 2 hours long. If you like really long videos, then I would recommend it for you, because the dude's really, really knowledgeable about Ultimate, and he is one of the smartest players in the world, I think. I don't think Tweak is an amazing entertainer because he doesn't talk very much in his highlight videos. But I will say, gameplay wise, he's one of the sickest players for sure. I look at him kind of like how I look at IBDW. Both are nasty with their characters. I just want a little more creativity and energy with them. And every character Tweak plays, he becomes one of the best with. He was one of the best, if not the best, with Wolf, Wario, PT, etc. He was just amazing with all of them. And currently, his Diddy and Sephiroth are really amazing to watch. If we were only factoring in who is the most fun to watch based on gameplay, he would be pretty much at the top. But since there are so many other factors going into content creation, I think he should be ranked here. Alright, next we are gonna go with Samsora, and I'm trying to figure out where to put him. Probably just ahead of Tweak, above the 3 Melee players at the bottom. I think Samsora has a solid personality. He seems like he is always in a good mood. The biggest reason I have him lower is he has very little variety and creativity with his content as well. He is pretty entertaining, but he may have the least amount of variety on this list. He does usually react to the newest characters that are dropped, and other than that, usually uploads stream highlights. His content overall is solid, but the others above him are just a bit better. And next, we got Dabuz. I think the best thing about Dabuz's channel is he uploads a wide variety of content. He makes a decent amount of tier lists. He did a review on Paper Mario Origami King, which was pretty cool. He even has videos of him cooking. I gotta respect that. I really feel like if he was a bit more energetic, he'd be higher on this list. The way I'm thinking of these rankings is that these people are entertainers. So you really gotta factor in stuff like that. And people that have, the whole package going for them are gonna be higher. I like Dabuz though. He seems like a really chill guy, And, you know, like I keep saying with the other people, he does have potential to be higher, I think. Next, we're going to go with Esam. And I believe Esam's S tier, slightly ahead of PP. Slightly ahead. It's kind of hard to compare games, but I'm trying, you know. Esam has a lot of different content, and he really does do some of everything. So, very good variety. He's one of the most energetic content creators, which is really good. I really like how honest he is about his character, too. That's something really original about Esam. It's no secret that he thinks Pikachu is by far the best character in Ultimate, and he definitely may be right about that. He really doesn't have too many flaws, just the people above him in this tier I like a little bit more. Next, I'm going to go with Mars. And Mars is actually a really good entertainer, I think. He's just naturally very funny. I look at him kind of like the Mango of the Ultimate community, personality-wise. I don't think he's quite on the level Mango is, and I don't know if he drinks as much either. I just see his outgoing personality like Mango. That's why I'm comparing him. He's just naturally funny and goofy and outgoing. So I don't think he's quite on the level, entertainer-wise, as Mango. Not quite. But Mars is definitely really funny. You know, he doesn't have a ton of different content, but all his videos are worth watching, for sure. He often makes videos with his friend Chippy, who I think is entertaining as well. And that's pretty cool because there aren't a ton of people that do content, you know, in duos like that. So that's, you know, pretty creative. I like that. So I like him right at this spot. And yeah, Mars is pretty damn good, to be honest. Next, we're gonna go with the Smash Ultimate GOAT. Yes, I said it. I know. Yeah, I know. Ultimate hasn't had a long competitive life because of COVID, but he will be the GOAT. He actually will be. This guy's amazing. He is amazing. Anyway, when I first started watching Leo, I was surprised at how funny and outgoing he was. I thought he was going to be more shy and quiet, but no. This dude is really damn funny to me. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think Leo is very funny naturally. He just has a goofy personality, but he's also really chill. He has a nice variety of content, and also I really respect how humble he is, because, you know, he's the clear best, and he's been the best since the beginning of the game. He's very humble, though. He gives off really, really good vibes, and has good content, so I like this placement right here for him. And next, we're going to go with Big Larry, and Larry is really good to me, honestly. He makes really, really good content. I am not gonna lie. He does everything right. He's like the jack of all trades. He may be the most well-rounded content creator on this list. First off, he has a really good personality. He's really chill, and he's really funny too. He actually has a really good sounding voice. So, you know, that's not like a huge thing, but I'm just saying. He definitely could make it as a content creator even if he wasn't a pro player. He's one of those people, for sure. He just has the formula down. He could definitely be a content creator even if he never played, you know, professional Smash. He has amazing variety. He does pretty much every style of video, and his videos are very original as well. The video he made where he ranked, he said one thing I don't like about every character. He listed that. That was a really creative video. I've never seen anyone else do that. And all his videos are entertaining as well. He does a lot of reactions. He does, you know, content with other top players. He just does it. He does it all, and you know, he's entertaining too. The only reason he isn't higher is Mango is just tough to beat. It's that simple. But there is one person that I think's better than Mango, and that's Nairo. And it feels good to be able to talk positively about Nairo. Straight up, he is the king of content creation. He's the best. He is simply the best, and it feels good to be able to talk about him. I'm not going to go too much into this, you know, crazy controversy and everything. I hope Nairo gets better. I'll just say that if you haven't heard, Nairo has released a new video explaining how he's moving forward, and he's going to start streaming again. So now that we know he's innocent, let's talk about why he's so good. First off, Nairo has potentially the best personality of anyone in the entire Smash Bros. Community. I'd put him up there with anyone. This dude is insanely funny, really, really energetic, you know, outgoing. He's constantly shit-talking his friends, but in a funny way. Like, he's clearly kidding and friendly about it. He just has really, really good social skills. The guy is extremely likable, he's extremely entertaining. Now let's combine that with a wide variety of content and plenty of original ideas. I think it's pretty clear he's one of the best content creators of all time, of all the top Smash players, clearly. And I would go as far to say, out of the non-pro players as well, just period, any Smash Bros. Content, Nairo is like really, really top level. I think he's the best, and I really hope he can return to the throne and be happy again, because this guy changed lives. He made so many people happy, you know? So I'm happy to see he's moving forward, and I can't wait to see him come back. Alright, finally we are going to rank the players that upload both Melee and Ultimate content. Up next we got the Swedish sniper himself, Armada. And Armada is an interesting case here because he has good content variety. I like his personality, he's great at analyzing things. The only issue I have is he uploads a lot of Super Mario 64 speedrunning, and I'm just not big on speedrunning. I love Super Mario 64 though. I just don't care about speedrunning. I'm happy that he's doing what he wants to do, and honestly he seems really good at it. Personally, I'm just not big into it, so that's why I have him lower. He does do a lot of reactions, which is interesting, and they are very long. I'm not huge on very long reactions, but I like some of his ones that are a little bit shorter. So if you like long videos and if you like Super Mario 64 speedrunning, you'll love his content, because he does do other stuff too, Ultimate and Melee related. I think he has potential to be a bit higher, but you know, it's just personal preference. Some people may love his stuff. I think he's still good though. He's still solid. You know, he's almost at the top of A tier for me, just below Axe. Alright, next we got HBox, and I'm gonna put HBox pretty high. I think he's really interesting, and he is the ultimate hype man. There's times when I think he's genuinely very entertaining, so that's why he's this high. And to me, the only thing holding him back is simply that I think he screams too much. And once again, I'm not hating, you know, he's pretty damn high on my list. I just personally don't like how he yells constantly. And literally, that's the only thing holding him back, I think. I'm not trying to be mean. I think he's actually a really nice guy, and I'm sure he'd be really cool, you know, to hang out with in person. I'm sure, you know, he does it. I think he does it because he's just genuinely, like, really hyped up and he gets excited. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just is a little painful to listen to at times. Like, there's been times when I've been watching some of his videos and I straight up just closed them because I didn't want to hear his screaming. And I'm not hating again. Once again, I'm not hating. I don't want anyone to come after me. He doesn't always yell. You know, there's videos like his tier list where he doesn't yell, and I think he does a great job. You know, he's got the personality, and yeah, he's still really good. He has a shit ton of followers for a reason, so I don't blame him for yelling or anything like that, or anything, because he's like the ultimate hype man, you know? Overall, I really like him, and I would put him higher. I just personally don't like it when he's screaming like all the time, you know? That's it. Alright, next we're gonna go with the King. Return of the King. And I want to first say that this dude works really hard. Not saying everyone else doesn't, but as soon as a new character drops in Ultimate, this dude goes to town. If you are looking for someone to break down a character, this is your man. If you are looking for someone to analyze something, this is your man. As soon as Pyra and Mythra dropped, this guy put out so much content and data on the character. Other than that, he does do tier lists, and he does do other lists that aren't tier lists, which are really, really interesting. Like, he ranked the best brawl characters of all time, which I thought was a really well done video, and he also did the best melee players of all time, which was also really well done. He just generally puts out really great content, and I am amazed at how humble this guy is. It is really cool to see how much his personality has developed. He seems really, really happy, because, you know, there's times that he's blatantly said that he's depressed at times, but he seems pretty happy right now, which is awesome. I'm really happy to see him doing well. His personality has grown over the years for sure. Yeah, he's a bit quirky, but honestly, he's entertaining. And I think this dude actually might be a genius. Alright, so the last person that makes Melee and Ultimate content is the Big Lef. I'll put him slightly above. It's not working. Alright, I'll put him at the top of S tier. Honestly, Leffen makes really good content, and he does do a really good job of doing, not quite equal, but he does a lot of Melee and Ultimate videos. The other 3 people that upload both don't really do an equal amount, but Leffen is closer to doing an equal amount than they are. He does, maybe, I don't know how to measure it, but you get what I'm saying. Like the other 3 that do both, they do a lot more Ultimate than Melee at this point, but Leffen still is repping Melee while doing his Ultimate thing. So what makes his channel unique is he is one of the few people on here that goes over news in the Smash community. He made a video about all the allegations in the Smash Bros community. He made a video about Nintendo when they got the Big House canceled. He also was one of the only people, if not the only one on this list, to show you how to set up Slippy, which was really good. That was a well done video. The only reason he isn't higher is on his first Ultimate tier list, he said Falco was the best character in the game, and that's just not okay. Okay, I'm kidding. He all around makes really good content, and the others are just a bit better. That's why he's not quite SS. He makes great content. But seriously though, he said Falco was the best in the game in Ultimate. I know it was a day 1 tier list, but that's messed up, man. That is messed up, Leffen. It was only day 1, so it's whatever, but I just wanted to clown him for a second. Alright, well that's about it, guys. I hope you all liked the video. If you do, please give it a like, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Do you agree with my tier list? Or what would you change about it? What tier list should I do in the future? Let me know in the comment section, and thank you for watching.